All right, so I wanted to pick a little update for Miss Molly. The first couple of days, I gave her just some time to warm up to me and get to know me. We could build a relationship and a little bit of trust. She was a little bit standoffish that first day, so I just gradually been allowing her to get playful with me and silly with me, and then jumping into how I always start out with dogs, which is going to be marker inquisition. I like to start out with that so that I can kind of build a relationship of engagement and reinforcement history and things like that, reward events. I like to have her to have a solid understanding of those markers so I can begin the steps of get an itch of her understanding what I'm looking for before I start adding in pressure to build in reliability. So a couple of different markers. A marker is going to be basically just a reward word. It's going to show her that when she does something that I like it, and it's going to present the arrival of reinforcement or a reward. And I want to create that association so that she learns this word is going to present a possibility of food. And once that association is created, whatever behaviors that she's showing when she hears those markers, she's most likely going to repeat again because they bring on food for her. So we have a couple different markers. The first one that I always start out with is going to be the word yes. She knows that means food, and I like for that to be really fun and playful. I don't need her to be, I don't need her to keep doing the behavior. I want her to just come take food from me. Yes. So lots of funness. I start out with that one in the beginning to build engagement, to shape new behaviors, counter condition, all of those good things. When she hears the word yes, she does not have to keep doing the behavior. She can just come take food from me. And it allows for me to get a bunch of reps in because I'm not expecting her to remain in behavior. I don't like to ask for that too soon because that might create a little bit of frustration and suppression. So what I'll do is I will lure her into behaviors. Yes, as soon as she's showing me that behavior, I say yes and she can come take food from me, all of that good stuff. Once we start working through duration, that's going to be the word good. So I can say sit, good. I'm implying that I want her to keep doing that. And I can pay her in behavior. Good, I'm going to bring the reinforcement to her. And then, okay, it's going to be that release word. I think if you work with Valerie, then she used the word free. I just use the word okay. So again, sit, good. Very good. I can start adding in movements to build neutrality into all of that. Good. I want her really isolating that this word means this, no matter what's going on around her. Good. Again, I'm paying her in behavior, and then, okay, means that it's over. The difference would be sit, yes. She can come immediately, take food, and I can up its value by tapping into her very natural prey drive. She's a very active girl with genetics. She likes to chase things, and she likes to problem solve, all of that good stuff. So I definitely want to make sure that some reward events at this stage of learning incorporate her natural desire to chase and to problem solve and try to catch things. So instead of me just boringly smashing food into her face, I really want to capitalize on her desire to chase after things. Now that she has a decent understanding of a yes versus duration, now I'm going to start adding in rules through pressure. We've already been doing this. I use that with leash pressure, right? We're not doing any prong calls right now. Right now it's just a simple slip lead. I like to add in rules through leash pressure. So in the learning phase, while everything is controlled, the distractions are low, that way she is motivated by me, and I want to show her that when I apply pressure, as I'm asking her to go into behavior, that pressure is removed, slack happens, and we switch back to positive reinforcement when she does a behavior. And that way, when we get into environments that are a little bit more conflicting, there's lots of distractions, there's competing motivators, and she's maybe not motivated by me, if I still need her to do it, I can build reliability by enforcing that she does that behavior regardless, and she actually knows how to respond to that information. If I don't introduce that now, and I ask her to sit, and there's squirrels running by, and I'm pulling on the leash, she doesn't know what that means. It's going to create a lot of frustration. So I really want to help her understand, sit, yes, good girl. I want her to understand how to respond to that leash pressure. I've made it, I really want to make it a point to incorporate duration with her and establishing some spatial boundaries because, again, genetics, she is very active and she likes to be very invasive. I don't know if that's the word I would use. She likes to be right up here, close and personal. That's just her personality type, again, genetics. So I'm making it a point to really be mindful of how I present myself. If she's coming towards me, Molly, yes, good job. I am stepping into her space to ask for space. And if she does jump up, I am stepping farther into her space, like that, yes. I'm creating space by using spatial pressure, and I'm also going to wait for her to go back down before I pay her. So right now, I want her thinking that it's her idea. I want her problem solving and troubleshooting why payment isn't happening. And then I will, again, add in rules by maybe some leash pops to say, hey, get back down. But I don't want to start punishing or correcting too soon. I want her to kind of have a chance to work through it and figure out on her own. That way it's going to be more her idea, and she's going to be more likely to want to do it because she's already found her advantage by staying down there on the ground. So coming down, inviting her into my space, good girl, she can get all the love-ins down here on the ground. Oh my gosh, good girl. But if I stand up and she comes into my space, I'm just going to step into hers. So I'm asking like, hey, I don't want you up here. Good. Good girl. We're working on our outs. Out, which is, oh my gosh, what I started out with. Again, she likes to chase. So I'm stepping into her space, out, and tossing food away from us. So that's another way that I'm going to teach her how I'm going to ask for space, out. So it's fun for her. She enjoys doing it. That's where we are right now with that. Eventually next week, we're probably going to switch over to things that are away from me. So outing her from resources that are not directly on my person. Little things like, you stepped on it, I didn't get it. Please. Good. So good versus our terminal marker. Good. Okay. Place. Yes. Yeah, good job. Very good. Going into her heel position. Yes, very good. Okay. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Good. Good. Awesome. Good job. She's doing awesome though. She's doing really well with training. I just started integrating her into some calmer groups. She's doing really well with that. Be careful not to put her with pushier dogs just because she doesn't have great social skills just yet. So I don't want to put her with a dog that's not going to be receptive to her pushy play. So I want her with dogs that are a little bit more passive, where she does get a little rough. She kind of goes in and is like very in their face. I want dogs that are going to give her very calm, balanced correction so that she does learn how to give space, but I don't want to put her with dogs that are going to take that a little bit too far and then a fight breaks out. So she's doing really well with all of that. Again, she's doing well with training. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask away. Yeah. All right. Good girl.